Hi Wanderer, and welcome to the Hermit Hut. In today's video I'm going to be talking about why in 99% of the time a self-help book or course or program will not help you. If you are anything like me, it's likely that you have already tried several books of self-help, self-improvement, spirituality, shadow work, or you have booked different online programs that you've joined that all promise you that at the end of this book, at the end of this course, you will have solved all your problems and will be this whole new being and have this blissful life. And usually at the end of the program, you're not, and you get frustrated and you buy the next one. I really tried some programs and I bought quite some books and worked through them, and nothing really worked for me. I wanted to share these 3 main points with you that I found were true for me, and so maybe they are also true for you and they can help you to finally break that vicious circle of new courses and the frustration. So the 3 points why these courses and books do not help you are: 1, and this is probably the most important one, they leave out the most important thing in self-help, which is you, the reader or the participant of the course, and your individual unique journey. 2, they usually only cover one realm of our existence. And 3, they want to make it quick and easy for you. So let me break this down step by step. You have such an individual, unique soul's journey, and you have your own backpack, you have your own experiences, your own traumas, and your own personality. And obviously in a book or in an online course where you don't have like a one-to-one interaction with the coach or with the creator of the program, they cannot really take into account your personal stories. And so they will just give you a general overview, which are not wrong, but they are not yours. And so, at least in my cases, I never really saw myself in these examples. I've always felt like, yeah, I really understand the example, but how does this apply to my life? How does this apply to me? The second one is they are usually only focused on one realm of our existence. And what I mean by that is that we have 4 different realms. We have the spiritual realm, we have the emotional realm, the mental realm, and the biological or the physical realm. And all these 4 realms, they are connected and they interact with each other. And usually it starts from the top. So if something is off on your soul level, on your spiritual level, it will manifest in your emotions, which will manifest in your mental state and or your thinking process, and then it will manifest physically in your body. The wild animals, they are really congruent in the way they feel, the way they think, and the way they act. We as humans, we feel one way, we think another way, and then we act yet another way. So we are really incongruent, and this actually hurts us because we are not authentic when we're doing that, and we are also hurting other people because we are not bringing across what we actually wanted to. True healing and true blissfulness and true authenticity comes from having all these 4 realms being aligned with each other and having an open flow of energy and communication between these 4. So one example of why you need to change usually first the top layers before you can change the bottom layers is the really famous example of working out more. So many people, me included, every new year they get the New Year's resolution: this year I'm going to work out, I'm going to eat healthy, and I'm going to get fit. And they always fail. The thing is not that they do not know what to do. I mean, of course, we are not professional fitness instructors and we do not know every single exercise that there is, but I think we all have a pretty good idea to get started, and then if we are really advanced, we can still get some help. But we all know that sitting on the couch and eating chips and watching a movie is not going to help me get healthy and fit. So what I need is not someone who tells me, now get up and move and run and work out. I need someone who helps me to work through my inner obstacles, my limiting beliefs, my shadows, my trauma from childhood, and to heal them. And then I will be able to work out without resistance. And this goes for anything, not just working out. If you want to do something, really you want to do something, but you kind of always fail to do it, there is usually some open wounds or some hidden wounds that were not healed and that keep you from doing what you actually want. The third one is probably also linked to our society and to us wanting to have everything done really quickly and have a solution really fast. They want to make it easy for you, and so they are telling you what to do. But I really hate to break it to you. Life is simple, but it's not easy. And this also applies for self-development and self-discovery journey or spiritual journey. The steps are quite simple, but they are not always easy to take. So somebody, and this actually applies to anything, not just spirituality, it's impossible to master anything in 5 minutes or in 3 months with this one online group course. Also, it's your journey, it's your way, and you have to go it. So not the person creating the course cannot tell you what to do. You have to find out yourself what you need to do, and then you have to do it yourself. And a really, really big thing in this are the limiting beliefs or your inner shadows. There are a lot of different words for that. I'm using limiting beliefs mainly because since 4 years I start learning and practicing nonviolent communication by Marshall B. Rosenberg. And this has really changed my life and has made up for all the courses that I took before that did not help me, because for me that really was the way on how to heal myself. And so if you're not familiar with the concept of nonviolent communication, I will probably do a whole video about that in the future. But basically it's not just a form of communication, but it's actually really as a mindset and a way of living. If you really take it down to the bottom, it's a really spiritual journey to the very essence of life, which is love. So it's a communication coming from the heart, going to the heart, and it's based on empathy and compassion. And limiting beliefs are things that usually in our childhood have been broken by our society. So someone told you, you're stupid, you're ugly, you can't do that, you have to stay quiet, you mustn't cry, whatever you take, like money is bad. There are so many different limiting beliefs. And this is something that society has broken in us. And so it should also be mended by society. You can work on your shadows by yourself, but it's so much more powerful if you have someone who is empathetically listening to you and witnessing your feelings, your anger, your pain, and is seeing you and feeling you and just holding you, that holding the space for you to go through these emotions and to let them drain out of you. And then they will offer you what would have helped you in this situation to feel safe and loved and secure. And this is a really simple process that I do usually weekly with some friends that I found in the courses that I took. And we meet each other weekly. We have a call or we meet up in person, and everyone brings up a topic or limiting belief, and we give each other empathy. And it just helps so much to move forward and to let go of these old wounds. For people that are not in professional therapy because of what they've experienced, it really helps to revisit the situations as a child when you were scolded by your teacher or when your friend said they didn't want to be friends with you anymore. It can be really anything, and to go into the situation and feel your body. How did you felt back then? What were your emotions? And working through that is not fun, and it can be scary, it can be painful, and it can be hard. And so it's good to also have someone by your side that holds you and gives you this safe space where you know, I can go down into the shadow and there is someone who will pull me back up again in case I get lost. In like the Western, modern, new age spirituality, which I also like to call the Western office spirituality because it's so shallow and it's so unsubstantial, and they are only focusing on the love and light and the thinking positive. Hear a lot of things about the law of attraction and how you just have to ignore all the negative feelings and think positive, and then you will manifest your dream life within 3 months if you just take this course, which costs $10,000, right? Love and light, thinking positively, and the law of attraction are not wrong in themselves, but they are not the solution for a person who has not healed their trauma. And in fact, they can actually cause more harm than good, because if you start to deny your wounds, your pain, your negative feelings, your insecurities, and you just suppress them and become this over happy, positive thinking being, these wounds, maybe they will be covered, but they will start to get infected, and then it gets really, really nasty. A teacher of mine once compared life to a conveyor belt sushi restaurant, and you have some lessons that you need to learn. Either they were part of your soul's journey, or like I said, limiting beliefs or traumas that were inflicted on you in your childhood, and you need to work through them in order to be really you and be a whole healed person. And so all these lessons are like sushis that are running around the restaurant. Then there will be a sushi passing by, and you think, oh no, I don't want to eat that sushi now. And then you just let it run by you, and you think, oh, I dodged a bullet, I can move on with my life. But this sushi will come back for you, and no other customer in the restaurant will take that sushi off the conveyor belt because it's yours and it's yours to eat. And the longer you wait, the nastier it will get, and the more the fish will get old and will get smelly, and it won't be that nice anymore. And then it passes you again with like, oh no, now it's kind of got worse, I don't want to eat that. And you let it pass again, and it keeps coming back. If you do not work on your limiting beliefs, on your trauma, on your insecurities, on your backpack, it will just get heavier and heavier and worse. It's okay to not be ready once, but just keep in mind that you will have to deal with that eventually. So it's good on working on getting tools that will allow you to take that sushi off the belt once and for all. Even if you move through life and you take on the lessons and you learn and you work, it's kind of like life also moves in a spiral. So also if you move, you will encounter similar situations, because these wounds are so deep. It's quite unlikely that you will heal them in like just one sitting. So there will be a situation, and you can work on it and you can work through it and heal it, and then you move on. And then there will be a next situation that is a little bit different, and it will like trigger the same limiting belief but from a different angle. And then you have the chance again to work through it and also heal that aspect of it. And then you move on, and then there will be another one. So you will kind of see the same problem popping up in your life, and the more you work through it, you will see, oh, just a year ago I would have been so angry if someone said that to me, but now it's kind of, I notice like there is this faded memory of how that would have made me so angry and insecure, but I don't have to take this out on the other person. So you will actually also see the progress that you're making. Obviously the situations are not fun, but if you can look at them from another way and say, oh, this is a lesson that I can learn, this is an opportunity for me to grow. It's still hard to work through, but it's kind of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. There is something to get from this. It's not just a shitty situation. Okay, I feel like I've rambled on a bit. Obviously, if you have any questions, I know this is like a lot that I've covered, and it's by no means complete. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments, and I will be really happy to make some more in-depth video about some aspects that I've covered here in this video. I just wanted to say, if you feel resistance towards something, be it working out, applying for a new job, going out with a particular friend, meeting your family. If you feel a resistance, ask yourself why. Why do I feel this resistance? What is this triggering in me? How do I feel? And where is this coming from? Is there a situation where I felt the same? Do I have a memory of where I felt the same like I am feeling now? Because very often, all these traumas, all these triggers are rooted in childhood. They can be from really, really early childhood, maybe even before you were born, where you don't have active memory, but still the wound remains and it needs to be healed. And it also can be healed. One advice I can give you, which is probably always true, is if someone guarantees you to see this particular result within 3 months or at the end of this course, it's a lie. And if someone tells you to ignore your negative feelings and to just reverse your limiting belief and say 20 times every morning to rewire your brain in thinking this, it's also a lie. It's not how it works. You need to go there. You need to heal the wound once and for all. And then there is like no need in this toxic positivity. I hope this made sense for you, or at least some of you, and maybe gave some answers to why you do not have the desired results from a lot of self-help books and courses. And yeah, feel free to subscribe, follow along, like this video, leave me a comment, and I will see you next time in the Hermit Hut. Bye!